Welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. It's morning. So the seasons are changing, and the biggest deal with the seasons changing for me is that the sun isn't coming up early enough. You know, we're up here in northern Nevada right now. We haven't completed the move down to Arizona, you know. It's a lot different at 35 than it is at 40 in terms of latitude. Just the way the sunlight works and everything in the winter. And I'd rather be all the way down south in Arizona, but that's a different story. So yeah, the sun comes up a little bit later now, and I'm still out. Here's the deal, okay? All the stuff, the mystery. What do you do? When do you film? How does this work? Well, 3 to 5 days a week, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And in the summer, that's no big deal. I'm up, right? I like to get up with the sunrise. I like to be a very natural person, but I have a family responsibility, and I have to get up sometimes. And what I do on those days, because no one else is up, you know, the other family responsibilities are not going to be awake until 7, 8, you know. That's not all the family members, it's the family responsibilities. So I have a couple hours to burn, you know. I go hiking, except right now, super dark. You know, I go out to the various parks in the county or wilderness areas or whatever the governor has decided to close because outdoor stuff is bad. You know, I go to all the places. I very specifically was going to all of the closed parks for a while because, yeah, fuck him, right? Which brings us to the reason we're doing this early morning video really quick. Speaking of fuck the governor, Gretchen Whitmer. So here's the deal, all right? The reason I'm putting this video out is everyone went crazy because there was a Trump rally, and at the Trump rally, a lot of people who support Trump and apparently do not support Gretchen Whitmer's unilateral dictatorship Hitler actions, a lot of people want her locked up. So they're chanting, lock her up, lock her up. Now, the left is trying to make this into a big deal about how awful the right wing is because she was the victim of a kidnapping plot. Some anarchists decided that because she's acting like Hitler and you can't have any political remedy, they were going to kidnap her. That doesn't make her a victim, all right? That makes her a politician in a modern world. Like, there are plots to kill Donald Trump constantly. There are plots to kidnap Republican senators. There are plots to deny, to go egg and surround the houses of Republican senators and trap them inside their houses so they can never leave. Yeah, well, that's the fucking world we live in right now. Gretchen Whitmer is not a victim. All right, a lot of people are really pissed at her right now because she just vetoed a bill. All right, she vetoed a bill because Republicans passed it, not because of what the bill was. Apparently, somehow, some part of her legislature is allowed to meet now, or she had to let them meet or something for political reasons, because she's told them all year that they can't do anything. Nothing they do matters. She's the governor, and it's a crisis. I mean, she's a Looney Tune, right? You know, I have a friend who likes to repeat often that Donald Trump is an existential threat to the republic, and I can just roll out any number of sitting, actively engaged, actively performing Democrat executives, governors, okay, Democrat legislators and legislatures. Media, I can roll out any number of people who are actually, by policy, by action, existential threats to the republic. You know, Donald Trump apparently is an existential threat to the republic because he says things on Twitter. Not because he does things, because he says things. Gretchen Whitmer says things and does things, and then she defends it by, if you don't like her medical policy, which kills people with chronic diseases, and this is documented, then, well, screw you. You know? So, she calls people misogynist if they don't like her policies. Anyway, the Republican legislature in the state, Michigan, passed a voter fraud bill, and this bill makes it a pretty serious felony offense, punishment stuff, to multiply register, to fill out someone else's ballot, which is as it should be, but Whitmer vetoed it because it's just going to cause concerns for the election. This stuff is stuff that you don't do anyway. It's already wrong to do. It's already wrong to do. So, her political opponents are chanting, lock her up. She's literally, I mean, this isn't a veto where she says, hey, it's overboard, you know, I'll work with you on a bill, we all want fair elections. That's not what she says. All right? Not what she says. She's not trying to work with anyone. She's not trying to come up with a compromise. She's not trying to come up with a proposal. No. You know, lock her up, right? I don't really have a problem with people saying this. I don't have a problem with people chanting it. You know, there's a problem with people going out and trying to, you know, tie her to a canoe and leave her in the middle of a Great Lake. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. But I would be perfectly willing to, like, donate money to a campaign that wanted to prosecute her for the blatantly illegal, anti-human, deadly things that she has done. Sure, no problem there. Lock her up. I can advocate for that. But the media is trying to paint this as some sort of thing that proves that Donald Trump is racist, misogynist, rapist, and other bad things. And that's not the case, you know. That's not the case. Gretchen Whitmer is not a victim. She's a little tinpot dictator. And she's getting away with it. And she's getting away with it mostly because the media hates Donald Trump. This is the thing my friend doesn't get, okay? Donald Trump is an existential threat to the United States. No, he's not. He's really not. He's not capable of being an existential threat to the United States. He's not that important. The existential threat to the United States is the left and the media's reaction to Donald Trump. And yes, I will say that directly to my friend. The existential threat to the United States is your reaction to Donald Trump. I hate being in a position, not hate. I am not terribly happy. I am not satisfied being in a position where I would do something like support Donald Trump, because frankly, he's not my kind of politician. All right? I don't care about the loud-mouthed crazy uncle at the end of the bar. You know, you do some shots and you talk crazy politics. I don't care about that part. That part's fine. That's Donald Trump. That's all totally fine. Yeah, I know he doesn't drink. That's not the point. Isn't about the drinking. You know, the point is I don't hate Norm for being Norm. Okay. But I'm not a super huge fan of all of his policies. I think that if you're going to have a strong America, you need to be a little bit stronger. If you're going to push on China, you need to push on China hard, not make deals with them when I understand what he's doing. I just disagree with some of it, right? I don't think that you can work with China. I just don't think it's possible. Okay, you can push, be hard on China and they'll back down. That's fine. Then you make a trade deal. No. You have to, they need to, there is no happy middle ground solution with China. So I'm not in complete agreement. You know, I don't like the big government Democrat policies of Donald Trump. I just don't. That's not the way I like my government to work. But at the same time, he's a positive president. He says great things and wants great things to happen and is all about great things. It's a very positive thing. We call it Trump derangement syndrome now, but look, the media openly admits it at this point. They've got executives on record saying, "Hey, yeah, we're using him to make money. We can scare all of you tards and make tons of money." But people like my friend P and M both, we'll just use initials, they're the existential threats to the Republic. The way they react to the news, the way they react to Donald Trump. Donald Trump hasn't done anything. Okay, he tried to stem some illegal immigration. Yeah, okay. He tried to do things for the economy, for the middle class. And you're hating it? Why? So, anyway, this video is getting really long. The point of the video is, yeah, I don't see a problem with chanting "lock her up." This is totally fine, okay? She's not a victim. Gretchen Whitmer is not a victim. She's a tinpot Hitler, and she's a little fucking loopy. And I would actively support a campaign to fund lawsuits against her. You can't really campaign to fund criminal prosecution, but I think she's deserving of it. I think that if the legislature thought they had the votes, they would impeach her and remove her. She's got the courts trying to stop the recall process, of course, because she's a tinpot dictator. Lock her up. Stay sideways.